Hello, welcome to Dragoncliff. My name is Mick Haven. We're on day 851 at level 13 of the Dragon's Blessing for our town. And this is video number 25. How do I know that? Well, because I'm doing a whole bunch in a row and I keep track of it better. Normally I'm just like, up good. Anyway, so we did do a little bit behind the scenes work in terms of we left the video. Um, oh, yeah, and so we still have a little bit more. Let's see, we're up to level 6. So we ended the video because we're gonna do some town management things. We realized that we could actually just click here and click sell. So we sold everything that's below level 4 weapons. Same with our gear. Sold a few extra gems, hand-picked a few gems, even though they're the ones we're looking for kind of right now. Sold every gem below level 2, which included most gems. They're only like, increase your strength by 5 or something. And we don't have any. Oh, that's the return slot. We also we ran a level 7 of the Dragon Forest, or no, level 70, whew, of the forest. Um, so we got I just did one run of that. We're still kind of looking for a more legendary tunes, including the tank. We had to stop our legendary recruitment policy because I think it was burning tons of money trying to recruit. It's actually 1,600. I'm not sure. I think it's per day or something. Um, so we're trying to recruit a tank, and you get an 80% increased quality, 10 to 80, but increases the resilience in battle. Interesting. Um, so it's 15 days. So it's like every 15 days it costs us 1,600 gold. I don't know. This seems to be like something that was sort of happening. We have gotten a couple legendaries like a snow maiden and a fire assassin and a we actually did pick up not this one, the new Micaiah, which is a Nightblade. We're just sort of keeping. Anyway, so we got all that organized. We kind of looking for the specific gem, but we're sort of broke is one of the things we're noticing. So we did all that. Oh yeah, we just looked at that. It's endless. The thing we are. So I've sort of kind of gone with this idea, talked myself into it that we spent like 400,000 or something getting up these. Like getting the Nightblade to 61 is like I think it costs 200 some odd thousand, and it's super worth it because they're gonna kick around. These two are not. That's why they're in Team 3. They're not really, even though they're legendary, they're not. Like a Nightblade and a Snowmaiding are awesome. And then we also leveled up a Street Man just to kind of confirm. I think we're gonna have to do a little bit more work, but I think what we're gonna do, um, it's like I'm gonna spend 1.8 million and then get a Paladin right away. But I think what we're gonna do is spend 500k. It looks like to get you to level 70. Oh my goodness gracious! Which is a talent point. So now we can spend one more talent point on your. Yes, I was talking about this. Yeah, so it has a ceiling. Oh wait, no. I guess that. Yeah. I thought this was a heal. I guess I've read that as a heal, but it's like. Anyways, they don't do any damage, so we're just doing. All direct heals have a 30% of clearing targets tactic cooldowns, which is that's awesome. Yeah, so then there's that. What's your 300,000? Yeah, so from like 61 to 70 is like a couple, few hundred thousand. Now 71 to 75 is a few million. So we are running. I think we're gonna do Zantro. And Tom R is kind of, hey, let's get you to 70, buddy. Ugh, there we go. It's a lot of money. Yeah, now we're broke. And we're doing what? Poison damage? Nice. Oh, dude, 75? Oh, 75 for a couple million is, what is it? Let me look at the healer. What is the healer one? Effect resistance rating. Oh, man. Heals 10% of maximum for each negative. Wow. So this is I was looking at a different healer, and I'm like, man, it would be nice to get another healer in the mix. Well, that picking up that's one of the I do regret, and we probably couldn't afford a legendary if it shows up. Well, we might be able to, but anyway, so like that's the idea of picking up another healer, and then I could use one for healing, like two healers, and then I could use the other one for a shifter, which is like they heal, and then it dispels. It does 200% of the outpost capacity. I think it's only what 10,000 gold. I know it's a lot of money. We don't have a lot of money, but man, I might just. Oh, it's 10,000 practice, which is actually not nothing at this point. But anyway, so we might. We're talking about Jared. It does no damage, and I'm like, oh, that's tough. But yeah. Anyway, so we are talking about doing a level 20. The deity dragon, I think it is. I don't remember. Yeah, the deity dragon. We tried this dude once, and we got Snugglewump. It was bad. I don't remember. Oh, no, we actually, okay. So we got we blazed through all the fights, right? Let's So here, let's pull up we blazed through Talionator's just like, yeah, let's go. Oh, it's Talionator's actually. Oh yeah, it's Tom. Anyways, I guess he has a high agility. What's this agility? Oh yeah, 1,500. You go, buddy. That's why he topped the chart quickly. Anyway, so we went through and did pretty good. No one died. Got to the final boss, and it was like, and then the boss was like down to like 5% HP, and hit play, to do it normal speed. I was like, oh, this will be fine. I don't know why I'm telling you guys this. You guys all watched and enjoyed it, but yeah, so it's like we are. This is a different challenge for this boss, but we actually have. I'm not sure if that was when Tom was doing insane damage. Yes, you can see Jota like getting another. That's like getting the heals out there plus getting another, 50k wouldn't do much, but it would actually be might overcome some their healing. And I'm not sure how many dispels. It works on the dispels of this, so we could have a ton. Are these red effects? So there's one right there at least, and it heals 10%. Oh, and the other thing that's healing 10% of their life was another challenge to face. This is a Hydra, so I'm wondering. I don't think they have the art team to use, because Hydras, there's different types of Hydras, or maybe there's only one type, but they have like 7 heads or something. Anyways, that could. Oh, I don't know if that's loud on the mic, but it could be the fact that they have to kill it 7 times. But I don't know. We haven't even killed it once, and maybe it could heal up to. This one has 3 heads, I believe. So yeah, there we go. Fighting against heaven only leads to death. I totally agree, buddy. But yes, you have 3 heads. It doesn't have any thing says what's this? He does. Oh, now he's bleeding. Which is one of the effects we put on him, which is kind of cool. Oh no, don't die, Talionator. I realize you're kind of low, but okay. Well, yeah, yeah. So okay, that was a different problem. Like getting a Nightblade also would if the boss, they do have a massive heal boost on some of these guys. Here, let me pause the game real quick. There is a. Oh, interesting. We do got a heal reduction on them. I think we do have a similar ability. Oh, I can't see. Oh wow, we've got a ton of negative effects on them. Anyways, I thought there was yeah. So and the cool thing about this is there's only 8 fights. We are not. I don't think we're gonna get a ton of. What are we getting? Yeah, not great. Oh wow, we're actually having more leather now, and it was before it was more minerals. It's based on our gear. Yeah, so. Oh no, we lost glass. Oh, hey, we're supposed to look at the damage charts. My bad. Yeah, so Tom, whew. Why is Tom doing so insane now? And look at that. He's doing 5 times what Zentro was. Okay, now, to be fair, Zentro just bit the bullet on not getting to 70, and Tom is now 70. But yeah, okay. So that was not the what we saw last time. It was that was more pronounced of we just died. We deaded. Um, hmm. Oh, I think I have to do a. I'm not sure. Gems seem like they're much harder to level. Anyways, we're still trying to do more lost dreams, and we could use a level 7. Oh yeah, I've just been swapping out either or because I don't like the. Okay, so like strength, 338. Oh yes, so we have this new like 338 is our strength. Wait, what? Interesting. I guess I was thinking that was the item level, but it's just 338 strength versus 372. Is that true across the board? Huh. And then what you're for? Oh yeah, because you're 480. Oh, that makes sense. Interesting. Because it's 391, but then we have an extra 25% with the bonus, and then the 89 intelligence down here at the bottom, and then we have another different gem. Mm, speaking of which, oh no, sort by intelligence. We actually have a few of these. Wait, why are you not combining? Oh, because you're in endless fortunes. Whether is immediate. Oh, Weir is immediately revived when killed, recovers 5% maximum health points, and enters immunity for 1 turn. Yes, sounds cool. But yeah, near 258 versus we have a 290. Yeah, so it's just pure intelligence number. Interesting. I thought it was the item level number. That would actually have been much more helpful. And we got this ancient rain. It's level 3, unfortunately, so we spent quite a bit of money on it, and it's kind of worthless. Well, okay, we're back up to 10K. What do we sort of think? Um, we could try the Quillian. Let's try the Quillian again. Um, I sort of wait. Is this? Yeah, this is the right one. I was thinking. I sort of suspect the option at this point is to get everybody up to level 70, which is kind of a daunting process because it's like a million practice points, and but we do sort of need to kick off getting another either fixing. Well, that's the thing about Talionator and Glass Mask. Talionator is a fire mage, fire assassin, and Glass Mask is a shadow something. We're going to keep the classes around. It's legendary, so we're not going to trash them. But I was talking about making Talionator a tank, and maybe I will now that Tom is, I was like talking about that. Tom's like Zentra was like the king of the Dragon Cliff here, and all of a sudden Tom, but Tom was our most. It wasn't not that I did. Somehow we hit the right mix of numbers that to look at the Tom Zentra's toughness at that high is amazing, but and I just it's not in their output capacity like they're like Tom actually has less output capacity. Partly because Zentro, I think Zentro has and that's sort of it. Like Zentro does have a 400, 4 or 500 extra strength because that's how he's sort of set up. But Tom has, instead of that 400 strength, he has 30% crit. And that's now starting to really just, I'm not, yeah. And then the other thing too is we're looking for is trying to get a ring. No, a ring. I guess click on it's not the case, but we want another ring. I think we have one. We want another Tom. We don't want another Tom ring right here. We want another insolence band, and that's the only other where a skill has one extra target. And that's sort of like here, so like for me, I read this as it hits 4 targets. Well, there's five. There's what 6 targets up right now. So Zentro could actually add an extra hit, but somehow that doesn't. If this includes the 1,000 knives, although it could be his deadly blade, which is like so it hits the highest person's for HP, so it could have a second attack of hitting 2 highest people's HP. And that's sort of the other thing too. Where was that under his talents? We have got this. So they have this poison Increase bleeding damage per second for 175. You know what we actually should do is swap you to this. Yeah, and then see what the wow. You can just swap that in combat. That's crazy. Oh, because you look right here, like this may not be a good example, but in the next fight, we'll see the fact that after it goes on for a little while. Um, no, no. Okay, never mind. Tom is a bright shining star that just exploded. Where are we at? Oh yeah, we're on the Quillian. Oh, that's not a good thing. Anyways, we were looking at. I don't think we can see it, but we're looking at the debuffs and on the yeah. Here's one right here. So it's bleeding. So they're bleeding 524 damage per turn, and so that could be part of Tom's. Like he's a poison character, so he could be pushing out a ton of poison damage and getting that extra those extra special talent points that adds 30, 60, what is it, 30%. Um, he has the talent, I think he's maxed it out now, yeah, so it's 100, wow, increases the bleeding by 170% chance, and increases by 50% per level. Oh, okay, yeah, so it's so it's 20 plus 150%. And then what, okay, so we have 2 more points to spend. So we could do all elemental damage would probably be the next thing. Whenever we're misses a direct damage. Woo! Oh, that actually might be interesting. I'm not sure what his miss rate is. We haven't really. That's one of the scenes like you would really want to hit rate adjustment. Oh, that's their hit rate adjustment, but I'm not sure what their percent to hit is. That is what you think it would be a high. Like it's basically like their crit hit, but it's basically their chance to hit. But I don't really see. It doesn't. It doesn't. It normally would say like has a 10% chance to hit, but or 80% or whatever it is. That's sort of what you would do. But oh man, we were just getting slaughtered. Well, it's because Tom died. Tom, why did you have to die so early? You're just a bright shining star. Now we're losing 3 million DPS. 3 million damage is what this technically amounts to. That's sort of just damage meter. I realized it's not a DPS meter, which is what you normally want to see. It's a damage meter, so it just means their total damage. We could actually get through this with just the 3. Who's up? Talinator. Oh yeah, 340. Wow, so it's like some reason Zentra just is like tanked. Um, I switched out a piece of gear for him. Maybe that's the other thing. I'm talking about Tom, but maybe I should be looking at Zentra and see what I did wrong on him. I switched out a piece of gear, and which his strength is still, yeah, almost 400 extra, which is kind of what he was doing originally. I switched out some sort of sort by strength. And we don't have any, even though we're sort of crafting these high level gears, we're not. Oh, yes, yes, yes. That's not really trouble. Ah, well, it's different. The Horn of Lin, the noble kindred of our prince. Oh, they are the Lin. Are we the Lin? Free from this realm isn't necessary and fortunate, as living can be suffering. Oh, yeah, freedom from this realm, as if, you died. That's one of those deaths in our culture is just kind of such a, oh my, wow. Okay, well, that was, I don't feel like the Lin. I feel like I just got my, you know, my Lin handed to me. I don't know. Sorry to any Asian cultures I have just offended by. I don't know what Lin is. I thought it was someone's name, but it could be. Maybe we should Google that or something. Um, let's see. Oh, practice points. Oh, it's 80%. Yeah, we're not seeing this person right here is not. Somehow it's not. They're leveling up to level 8, but like this is a level 6 dude, and he's got tons more. He's got so it's like increasing their production but lowering the practice, and it's like at the cost of production. So it's like 30% production or practice loss, and 50% more production. But that's like so that's a benefit, a net benefit of like what's that? 180 plus don't do math. 240 plus 220. So it's a increase it 20%, but it's like I'd rather increase it. I'd rather it was 160 for practice. As such, we are not getting new residents today. Oh boy, what is this? What are you? Oh yeah, so you're a level 5. Yeah, I haven't really figured out this soul seal. Like, it seems like this would be good, but I guess it says a random attribute boost, and I'm curious, like, if that's it, then it gives agility and output. If this said like strength, agility, intelligent output, then it would like, oh, that's from, and so I'm assuming it's either giving you agility or output. I guess, and if that's the case, like agility makes you attack faster. It's sort of like your turn initiative, and it should be initiative and not agility or something like that. Anyways, and output is your total damage, so it does increase your total damage every time you kill someone. It says win killing, so yeah, so it's like, but I think it's win killing, but I think it means that when this person is killing someone, so like when a crash or 1,000 or some of those massive damage goes out, like when that we don't see that often now, but so like it would be better if it was a party wide buff, but if it's a single buff, then like maybe like either Zentro um, or Tom, who kill a lot of people just on their sheer damage. So we have up to six. And is this? It also doesn't sort of indicate whether or not this lasts for the rest of the If this lasts, I think this lasts only for the turn, like the actual room. These are like Darkest Dungeon rooms, like room combats, and which so it like I think it only lasts till the end of the turn. We've seen a few things like that. If it lasted the entire encounter, like the entire level, that would be actually something pretty significant because we kill like up to 25 or 50 minions, like and so let's say it's like 10 or 20% of that, so we're 5 to 10 minions or whatever that this person, and then two, like we've seen the top end damage. It could be like some of the low end damages, 100 200k could accidentally, but could theoretically kill some people. But so like maybe 5 or 10 people over that the top two people would kill, and then so that's like let's say five. So that's 5 times 200 is a thousand. Is that 1,000? Yeah, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, so that's 1,000 extra agility or output. And the output would be the key stat. Like that would increase. 1,000 more output would be like doubling their output. And we're seeing that in terms of characters that start out at like Zentro starts out at 1,100, but because he has a boost as his own output, he does jumps up to 1,500 right away. So this would actually increase. But the problem sort of I see with it is the fact it also increases agility. Has a chance like to increase agility. Um, Now, if this was, and it's sort of like strength and intelligence are sort of like their core Dungeon and Dragon concepts, but like output is a sort of better number if like, and that's sort of it. Like you have this like, especially in RPGs, you have this like you look at some of I'm sort of people are talking like, oh well, maybe I should be doing stuff here. Let me go to the forest and auto adventure. Where are we at? I think we got 7 more minutes. And so it's part of the I don't think I can see this, but it's sort of a good break-even point that we're getting level 7 weapons, even though we're only getting level 6 gems, and it should be hopefully quite doable that we can actually burn through a few of these. Anyway, so one of the things like Crash used to be like you hit out a Crash and we kill everybody. See, like they're sort of like yeah. Anyway, so one of the things like you look at. Like Geode has an amazing staff right here. It has a staff of 480, which is 480 intelligence. And then you come over here and compare to a 350 strength on this weapon. Yeah, so you don't have any strength boosters because you're all. See, that's one thing too about Zentro is that we really need like Zentro's sort of maybe at this point where he's increasing his survivability at the cost of his damage, which he's doing still amazing damage, but we're trying to get a tank. I guess we actually could sort of run this now. This event, we're actually trying to, let's run some meditation. Where are we at in days? Like, so 884. We'll have to sort of keep an eye on it. Anyway, so like I know it's a core, and I've actually been playing with this idea in my game a little bit, where it's like I have these. Maybe we'll just watch the battle, watch the DPS charts, but it's like I have these. Sweet, yeah. Even though they almost died, but no, I think we're auto selling that stuff too. But anyways, and I kind of want to look at the town, unfortunately, because we need to sort of see why we're 884. Oh, 886. Yeah, and 887. Yeah, so this is 15 days. So it's woo. That adds up quickly. I think that's why we're burning money because and the sad thing is, it's sort of like, oh yeah, I got a rare healer. It's like, why would you do that? I think that's okay. I don't think we can run this event. It's not. It's sort of like it's going to burn our money, and sure, but we're going to get to the point where we're going to. Sorry, I'm getting distracted here. We're going to get to the point where we have spent so much money trying to find the guy that we can't afford to hire him, or and it's like we ran into that situation. Anyways, so I have this kind of core idea of sort of trying to simplify. I know it's Dungeons and Dragons, it's the core, but I mean, not, I actually never really got into. I was more of a Warhammer fantasy RPG game, and anyway, which is more of a level-based system than an actual stat-based system. They still use the dragon. So it's like we have the strength and intelligence and agility, which are the three core, and vitality in this game is the three core things, which are sort of but and in this example, in this sort of gameplay context, we're just talking about a strength and intelligence, which is a great sort of a thing, but it's like then it's like your mages are what are my like my mage's stats, for instance, of like Glass Mask. He has, wow. He has zero strength and 1,000 intelligence. And I'm sort of talking about this. I haven't, really hasn't really, but I've sort of been thinking about this idea of like strength. Maybe it does like, oh, you can carry more and various stuff, but it seems like it would be a little bit more um, simplified if you just had an output, or I'm not sure exactly what I would call it, but in this game they call it sort of output. That's the number that sort of determines how much damage they do. And so to me, and that's like sort of like you look at our gear as well. Like like our weapons, for instance, that we're not crafting. But we might no, we just have all. Yeah, we have all strength gear. And so, anyways, that's one of them. And then over here, we finally have a level 7 intelligence, but we don't have a level 7 armor, which we're sort of farming that right in here. Um, anyways, speaking of which, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Are you? Even though you're only an epic, there was, well, I guess I don't. 20% turn progress for all party members. Increase their, okay. Oh, 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 yeah, there we go. That's what we're looking for. A Remnants quest just opened up. I think we're going to do that next video, though. Yeah, so I should have mentioned that. We're just sort of farming at this point. Just kind of looking. Oh, wow. Production and dropping 160. Do we have an extra? No, we do not. We could sort of increase you 95 practice points. Kind of thinking, is there a way to sort of? Wow, we're actually here. Let me get rid. Here's a good one where it's 60% to 150, and then we get rid of the production. So that's a kind of a good trade-off for me. There we go. Got a little more money. Anyway, so we'll have to do that quest next time. Let me see where we at. I think it's a good point. I'm recording a bunch of videos in a row, so it's just trying to do it. Have to do other things where I'm in between. And so Anyway, so yeah, so I was talking about strength and intelligence and sort of this idea. Basically, the idea is to merge them into one sort of unified stat. Oh man, yes please. Yeah, that's why we need this. That's the ring we're kind of going for. Well, here's another one. Here, let me. Do I have the money? Yeah. Nope. Here, let me. Oh, no. Here. Okay. So pause. 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 Okay. So what we need to do is look at their output. So 1.1 million, 1.5, 110. We should screen that. Shot that somehow. Snip. Nope. Yeah. Oh no. I have to click new. Upload in a couple more videos. Oh, come on. Really? Okay. Well, anyways, well, hopefully no next time. I was talking about the fact that like Zentro's at 150k, Talinator's at 110. Uh, yeah. Wow, that's kind of a crappy. What was that? Oh yeah, there's a nice. Okay, so let me pause or play and then pause. Okay, so I think we're gonna end the video right here. We're gonna come back next time. We're gonna sort of switch out the rings. I kind of wanted to get a good comparison of them because we are going to swap the rings. Here, let me do that before I forget. I know it's like well, a whole day is gonna go by for you guys probably, but for me it's like, hey, what we want to do is swap out to these new, and then too, it's like you look at this ring here compared to that. This one has one target and this has two extra targets, but we're actually going to swap to Zentro. Yeah, even though you're losing a bunch of, and let's say Talinator. We'll get the other one. Yeah, and then well, here's the exact opposite of the intelligence versus strength. So like to me, like vitality is like their health, but strength and intelligence is just like their if proficiency or their sort of it could be a unified stat is what I'm saying, which unifies all the gear. It does sort of dumb down the systems, but it's like it sort of abstracts out that system to be like, and I think it makes gear makes it, and the two, it's like we're not sort of struggling to find, like you get that really amazing 160 practice points, get that really amazing drop, but it's for intelligence, and you're like, but I'm a strength wielder. And here we go, practice. Oh, blue magician versus a crappy white person. That's what happens. You get aged and you get replaced by a younger person. Anyways, I'm McCaven. This has been Dragpn. We are gonna go through and probably farm a little bit more, and then what are we up to in practice points? Not that much. But we're about to do a. Oh, I think we might do remnants first, because that will give us a ton of gold, and just in case we run into a legendary. I think we can raise a little bit of cash if we need to. Anyways, that will be next time. I'm McCaven. This has been Dragpn. Thanks for watching. I appreciate all the commenting below, and especially Tom. He's always every video makes a comment. I don't know. I don't mean to. If you don't feel like making a comment, I don't. If someone, usually I make a comment, or if I'm trying to encourage someone that's struggling, like Rorax struggles to make videos, so I try to encourage you to say, anytime I make a comment, I always like excited for people. But I know it's kind of how YouTube works, but like, comment, and subscribe. But I never say that crap because you're already subscribed and you're watching my video. What? I think Brothgard has said it best. If I've earned your subscription, thanks very much. I can't do. Anyways, you take care. Thanks for watching me and Brothgar and all the other amazing YouTubers out there. Thank you for your continued support of our endeavors to just play games and have you along for the ride.